hands close to my chest.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're asking, which Hamilton character are you based on your zodiac sign?
So men say that I'm intense or I'm insane. You want a revolution, I want a revelation.
Since Jesus Christ is will be fun. Da 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 da. I'm sorry, I'm a Hamilton with pride. You talk about my father, I cannot let it slide.
For this list, we'll be matching up characters from this iconic Broadway musical with the zodiac sign we think fits them best. Though they're based on historical figures, we won't be basing our choices on their actual birth dates. We're also issuing a spoiler warning. Do you agree with our pairings? Post in the comments below and let us know. Number 12. Pisces, Marquis de Lafayette. America's favorite fightin' Frenchman roots for the underdog and is guided by a strong sense of right and wrong, like a typical Pisces. This is why he's loyal to Hamilton and the revolutionaries, doing whatever he can to help them. Another thing that defines those with this water sign is great intuition. It's evident when he encourages Washington to get Hamilton back to win the war. Lafayette also has big dreams for France, independence and freedom from the monarchy. This is a big and romantic notion, also known as a Pisces staple.
I dream of life without a monarchy. The unrest in France will lead to anarchy. Anarchy, how you say? Anarchy. When I fight, I make the other side panicky with my shot.
Not to mention, he's effortlessly cool and can instantly capture anyone's attention, as most Pisces can.
Immigrants, we get the job done.
Lastly, these individuals are known for being creative. No other sign could pull off Lafayette's rap. Number 11. Aquarius, John Lawrence. Lawrence is the embodiment of an Aquarian in the sense that he's a humanitarian.
I'm John Lawrence in the place to be. It's 2 pints of Sam Adams, but I'm working on 3. Those red coats don't want it with me, cause I will pop, chicka, these cops till I'm free.
Those born under this sign are known for caring about the state of the world and social justice.
But we'll never be truly free until those in bondage have the same rights as you and me. You and I do or die. Wait till I sally in on a stallion with the 1st Black Battalion, have another shot.
Fittingly, Lawrence's life mission is to recruit the first all-black military regiment and see slavery abolished. He dies without seeing his dream realized, but having advanced the cause for those who come after. Throughout the story, he has the courage of his convictions, like a true progressive. He understands the bigger picture and wants to improve it for future generations. This drive to make the world a better place makes him a true Aquarius.
His dream of freedom for these men dies with him.
Tomorrow there'll be more of us.
Number 10. Capricorn, Angelica Schuyler. Angelica is the perfect representative of this sign because she's extremely smart. Her intellect and drive are particularly apparent during her declaration in the Schuyler Sisters.
I've been reading Common Sense by Thomas Paine. So men say that I'm intense or I'm insane. You want a revolution, I want a revelation. So listen to my declaration.
She's also extremely disciplined and responsible. She has feelings for Alexander, but introduces him to Eliza instead.
Cause I'm the oldest and the wittiest and the gossip in New York City is and the city is. And Alexander is penniless. That doesn't mean I want him any less. Elizabeth Schuyler, it's a pleasure to meet you.
She listens to her head instead of her heart because she understands how the world works and her role within the family. She repeatedly puts her duties as a daughter and her loyalty to her sister above how she feels for Hamilton. This can be a double-edged sword, though, as she is never really satisfied.
He will never be satisfied. I will never be satisfied.
Importantly, like many other Capricorns, Angelica is a hardworking and ambitious person, able to achieve whatever she sets her mind to. Number 9. Sagittarius, Alexander Hamilton. Like many Sagittarians, he craves adventure and growth. We see his wanderlust in play when he moves to New York.
Past patiently waiting and passionately smashing every expectation, every action's an act of creation. I'm laughing in the face of casualties and sorrow. For the first time I'm thinking past tomorrow.
He then makes establishing a new country his life's purpose. True to this fire sign's nature, Hamilton is a visionary. He's also restless and impatient like a Sagittarius, with his mind often racing at 1,000 miles per minute.
I'll be right like tomorrow will arrive. I'll be right like you needed to survive. I'll be right every second you're alive. Every second you're alive. Every second you're alive.
He's a wandering and deeply curious soul who always wants to explore new ideas. And he's philosophical, wondering about the meaning of life and death.
What is a legacy? It's planting seeds in a garden you never get to see. I wrote some notes at the beginning of a song someone will sing for me. America, you great unfinished symphony you sent for me.
When it comes down to it, Hamilton is the perfect Sagittarius because of his undying idealism and dynamism. Number 8. Scorpio, Aaron Burr. Burr possesses many Scorpio traits. He's ambitious and determined to get to the room where it happens, no matter what. As a result, he plays his cards close to his chest.
I'll keep all my plans close to my chest. I'll wait here and see which way the wind will blow.
Consequently, he makes a few enemies along the way. Except he's not trying to be malicious. He's actually a lot more emotional than one might think. Scorpios are water signs after all. A prime example of this is when he kills Hamilton. At first glance, it seems that he's motivated by hatred for Alexander. In fact, he's more jealous of him than anything. And he shoots him because of his love for Theodosia. He doesn't want her to be an orphan. Aaron Burr, like a lot of Scorpios, is deeply misunderstood.
Now I'm the villain in your history. I was too young and blind to see.
Number 7. Libra, Thomas Jefferson. An extremely charismatic and entertaining character, he makes viewers want to root for him, despite the fact that he's an antagonist. Everyone is excited about Jefferson's return from France because of his charm.
So what did I miss? What did I miss? Virginia, my home sweet home, I wanna give you a kiss.
He's also pretty much always diplomatic, even when he's trying to take Hamilton down. Plus, he cares deeply for fairness and doesn't like it when anyone, especially Alexander, threatens to throw off the balance. For instance, during the Second Cabinet Battle, he argues that France helped America win the war, so it's only right that they return the favor.
In return, they didn't ask for land. Only a promise that we'd lend a hand and stand with them if they fought against oppressors. And revolution is messy, but now is the time to stand.
These traits are all typical of Libras. It's almost impossible to take your eyes off them.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We fought for these ideals, we shouldn't settle for less. These are wise words, enterprising men quote them. Don't act surprised, you guys, cause I wrote them. Ow!
Number 6. Virgo, James Madison. He's Jefferson's right-hand man, and an extremely good and hard-working one at that.
Look back at the Bill of Rights, which I wrote.
Like a true Virgo, he likes to operate within systems and is somewhat uncomfortable when they fail. But Madison is also a methodical problem solver, as evidenced by his plan to negotiate a quid pro quo with Hamilton.
Maybe we can solve one problem with another and win a victory for the Southerners. In other words, a quid pro quo.
I suppose.
Wouldn't you like to work a little closer to home?
Not to mention, he never gives up or complains throughout the story, even though he's ill. Plus, like others born under this sign, he gives Jefferson great advice. As his campaign advisor, he understands the impact Hamilton's endorsement could have.
You need to change course. A key endorsement might redeem you.
Who did you have in mind?
Don't laugh.
Who is it?
You used to work on the same staff. It might be nice. It might be nice.
You can always count on Madison's fierce loyalty to Jefferson and the South, because Virgos are dedicated people it pays to have on your side. Number 5. Leo, King George III. Those born under this sign tend to love the spotlight and can be somewhat self-centered. Well, King George fits this description like a glove. He feels he's uniquely fit to rule his kingdom and is furious that anybody would try to leave him. The proof? He threatens to kill everyone to make sure the colonies lose.
And when push comes to shove, I will send a fully armed battalion to remind you of my love.
Interestingly, while the other characters perform a mix of different types of numbers, he only sings solos.
You're on your own. Awesome. Wow. Do you have a clue what happens now?
It's partly because his character is isolated from the others, but it also places an emphasis on his ego. Like any good Leo, he lives for the drama. It's all part of his fiery energy and confidence.
Jesus Christ, it's gonna be fun. Da 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 da. Da 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 ya da. Da 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 ya da.
Number 4. Cancer. Eliza Schuyler Hamilton. Eliza is a classic Cancer for many reasons, namely how much she cares about family. She's very maternal, and all she really wants is a safe life full of love and laughter with her husband and kids. She doesn't care that Hamilton's poor when she marries him. She simply wants their family to be enough for him because it is for her.
We don't need a legacy. We don't need money. If we could grant you peace of mind.
In an extremely powerful moment, she burns Hamilton's letters after learning of his betrayal, showcasing Cancer's emotional nature.
I'm burning the memories, burning the letters that might have redeemed you. You forfeit all rights to my heart. You forfeit the place in our bed.
And she ultimately forgives him.
It's quiet uptown. Forgiveness. Can you imagine?
Not only that, she carries on his legacy despite everything, because that's the type of people Cancers are. In other words, she is a loyal and nurturing person, like most with this water sign.
And when my time is up, have I done enough? Will they tell our story?
Number 3. Gemini. Mariah Reynolds. As one of the most adaptable characters in the story, she is the perfect Gemini. When Mariah is being mistreated by her husband, she is resourceful enough to look to Hamilton.
My husband's doing me wrong, beating me, cheating me, mistreating me. Suddenly he's up and gone. I don't have the means to go on.
Plus, you can tell from her short time in the musical that she's anything but boring.
Just give him what he wants and you can have me. Whatever you want, if you pay, you can stay.
And while she's not around for long, Mariah is a catalyst for change. But she's not the only twin sign in this story. There's also Hercules Mulligan. He's a quick learner who can easily adapt to new situations.
Yo, I'm a tailor's apprentice, and I got y'all knuckleheads and local parentis. I'm joining the rebellion, cause I know it's my chance to socially advance. Instead, it's always the pants are gonna take it.
He spies on the British to help America win the war because he wants to climb the social ladder. It's his Gemini-like capacity to blend into different social circles that allows him to succeed.
Spying on the British government, I take the measurements, information, and then I smuggle it to my brother's revolutionary covenant. I'm running with the sons of liberty, and I am loving it.
Number 2. Taurus. George Washington.
It's all right. You want to fight. You've got a hunger. I was just like you when I was younger. Head full of fantasies of dying like a martyr. Yes. Dying is easy. Young man living is harder.
This president is a calm and steady presence throughout the story. He knows when to step back and when to be firm. He can navigate complex situations thanks to his great perspective. Not to mention, he is persistent when it comes to defending what he believes in.
Let me tell you what I wish I'd known when I was young and dreamed of glory. You have no control. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story?
You can always rely on Washington to be reliable and think things through intelligently. And he knows how to bring everyone, namely Alexander, back to Earth. Additionally, he mentors Hamilton and is incredibly patient with him.
You need the votes.
No, we need bold strokes. We need this
No,
plan.
you need to convince more folks.
Well, James Madison won't talk to me. That's a non-starter.
Winning was easy, young man. Governing's
They're being
harder.
intrigued.
He takes his time in life. We see it when he's strategizing to win the war and when he decides to step down from his presidency.
I want to sit under my own vine and fig tree, a moment alone in the shade, at home in this nation we've made.
Like a true Taurus, Washington is the anchor of the play. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Aries, Philip Hamilton. Philip has a lot in common with other Aries. Notably, he's energetic, determined, and confident.
My name is Philip. I am a poet. I wrote this poem just to show it. And I just turned 9. You could write rhymes, but you can't write mine.
We see it both when he's learning to play piano as a child with Eliza, and when he's flirting with girls later on.
God, you're a punk.
Y'all look pretty good in your frocks. How about when I get back, we all strip down to our socks?
He's also courageous, another big Aries characteristic. The proof is in how he challenges George Eager to a duel after he disrespects his father. He's afraid, but does it anyway.
My name is Philip. I am a poet. And I'm a little nervous, but I can't show it.
I'm sorry, I'm a Hamilton with pride. You talk about my father, I cannot let it slide.
However, his refusal to let it go also showcases one of Aries' weaknesses. While it takes a lot of courage to participate in a duel, it's also an impulsive and stubborn move. Ultimately, his passion and pride get him killed. Fittingly, no symbol could describe Philip better than the ram. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.